Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. And for those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Rachel and I make new videos every week on a bunch of different things like weight loss, fashion, my lifestyle, my cat, so much stuff. So thank you guys for tuning in. So for today's video, I thought it would be interesting if I share like a cat update with you guys. So the only other video that I have done specifically on my kitten Blueberry was when I had him for 2 weeks and I did like things I didn't know or things I wish I had known before I got a kitten. And it's funny because I feel like I did that video so long ago, and ever since I filmed that, like so much has changed in the past 2 months. So Blueberry was 2 months old when I filmed that, and now he is 4 months old, and oh my god, he's already grown so much. Like he was, I think, 2.5 pounds when I filmed the video, and now he's already 6.5 pounds. So yeah, it's sad. Like I always forget how fast animals can grow in a year. It is sad, but it's also cool to like see him grow and develop. So yeah, I thought I would share a cat update with you guys now that he is 4 months old. And I thought it'd be interesting to share like especially the things that I've seen over the last couple months, like things that have changed in him or just like different growth things I wasn't expecting at first. So yeah. And Blueberry is here. He's sleeping right now, so I'll show you guys him in a bit. So I hope this video is interesting for any of you, especially if you're thinking of getting a kitten pretty soon, or if you already have a kitten but you like just got them and don't really know how they're gonna grow and develop and any changes that might be happening. So yeah, I thought this would be interesting to share with you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna share like 6 major things that I've seen over the past couple of months, and some things I was kind of expecting to happen and some things I didn't think of at first that would like change. So before I keep rambling on, let's get started. The first thing that's happened in the past couple of months that's like the biggest thing is since he's grown and gotten bigger, he can obviously like jump higher. So he's been able to get up on more parts of the furniture and he's been able to jump up on like more things than I would have ever thought. So I'll give an example, and oh my god, this just happened the other day, and I will admit this slightly terrifies me because our kitten, I'm gonna show a picture right now of what our kitchen looks like, and he typically would jump on the trash can that's right by the kitchen island. So he would go from the trash can to just our kitchen counter, but he had never before been able to like jump up on the stove or the sink area that's across from the kitchen island. And just the other day I was like, oh, where's Blue? And he was on the stove. Luckily the stove was not on or anything, but that is something I figured it would happen eventually, but I was getting more comfortable with the idea that it wouldn't since he hadn't tried it. But yeah, that scares me because now that he can just jump right on that side of the kitchen where the stove is, and like, you know, we keep our dry dishes and dirty dishes over there. So I'm just like so nervous that he's gonna jump on the stove when it's like still hot, even after we shut it off after cooking. Or I'm nervous that he's gonna like try and play in the clean dishes, and we put like sharp knives there. So I don't know, I'm psyching myself out right now, but I would love to know if any of you guys have cats, like how do you handle that? Because we've been just trying to put him down. Like every time we catch him going on that side of the kitchen, we'll put him right down, but you know, when we're sleeping and stuff, he's probably gonna go up there. So if you guys have any ideas for how to like keep them off certain parts of the kitchen, I would love to know. The only thing we've tried so far is spraying some like essential oil mist on that side of the kitchen because cats don't really like the smell of like eucalyptus or peppermint or orange, and I have all those smells. So I've been trying to like put them a little bit, like rub those essential oils on the stove or like on the rim of the counter, but he still goes up there. So that hasn't really worked well. So if you guys have any other ideas for how to keep him off that side of the kitchen, I would love to know. So the second thing that has really changed, and it's primarily because he's grown so much, is that we are able to take him outside now on his harness. And I mentioned in my first video that we bought him a harness because we want to take him on like walks and just get some outdoor time for him. We don't want him to necessarily be like an outdoor cat, but we live in a 1-bedroom apartment, so we thought it would just be nice to kind of like break up the day a little bit for him and go outside. When I had originally got the harness, he was so little that it didn't fit, and now it fits him really well. So the past couple weeks we've been taking him outside like once a day, if not once every other day, and he loves it. Like, he'll sit at the door when we come back in and he'll meow because he probably wants to go back outside. It is really nice that we've been able to get him some more outdoor time and that his harness finally fits. The next thing that I really noticed, so over the past couple months, he has definitely become more vocal, which is funny because we like never heard him meow or make any sort of noises when we first had him for like the first month, I would say. The only time I would ever hear him meow is if like he accidentally like hurt himself, or like if we would like almost step on him or something. So now it's so funny because whenever we play with him with any toys, he'll like make a weird chirping sound, and then he'll like stare out the window at birds and he'll make a weird chirping sound. I think it's like a predatory thing, but it is so cute. It's just funny seeing him like become more vocal. I'm glad he doesn't meow all the time because that would be annoying, but it's just funny how like they develop like that. Maybe it's a comfort thing too. Like, he wasn't really comfortable making noises in front of us at first. I don't know. But it is so funny to watch that. The next thing, which is, this has been such a nice thing, honestly, is that he has not been scratching or biting us as much as before. I mean, don't get me wrong, he still will bite us here and there, but that's only if we pick him up when he's in a really playful mood. And they say you're not supposed to pick up cats or like pet them when you're playing with them. But it's nice because like when I used to like wash dishes in the morning, if he wanted to hang out with me or if he wanted attention, his way of doing that would be to bite my ankle while I'm washing dishes. And I really have noticed a change in him where he won't bite you or scratch you unless he's like trying to climb up somewhere, and like that means he's not intentionally trying to scratch us. He's just like trying to use us to get up to where he wants to be. I said in my first video, like, we always have a toy on hand just in case he would try and bite us. And I think that's really helped because now he knows that our hands and our feet are not for him to chew. I gotta say, that's been really nice how I've seen that change in him where he's slowly learning not to bite us, but to bite toys. Okay, so the next thing that I have really seen develop, which I think this is so cute, is that Blueberry always follows us. Like, right now he's in the room with me and I'm the only one home right now. My boyfriend's gone, so I love it because he follows us everywhere we go in the apartment. So like if my boyfriend and I are in the living room watching TV, he will always be in the living room. If we're both in the kitchen cooking dinner, he'll plop down right in our tiny kitchen right in the center and just hang with us. So I think it's so cute. I think it's like a sign that he likes us and wants to be around us. So he always enjoys being in the same room. If we're like both in one room together and he's not, he'll come right up to the door and he'll start like banging his body near it or putting his paw underneath. It is literally the cutest thing. And I think it just shows that he really loves us and wants to be around us. And the last big thing that has really changed is just the amount of food that he eats now. When we first got a kitten, I had looked up like how much they typically eat because that was one thing I just didn't know. And they say online like you should feed kittens 3 times a day. I mean, at first when he was really young and just getting used to us, he was not really eating that much. So I was kind of worried. And he went through 1 can of like kitten food. I would say like his kitten food came in like a size like this big. And then once they're over a year old, then you buy like the one that's like twice as big. When he was younger, we would feed him just 1 can for the whole day, and then we'd mix in dry food as well. So we would give him like half the can of wet food for breakfast, mixed in with some dry, then dry food for lunch, and then for dinner he would have the same thing he had for breakfast. So the last half of the can of wet food mixed with some dry food. Now that he's been getting older and he is more comfortable with us, His appetite has definitely kicked in, and we talked to the vet about this too. So now we feed him 2 cans of wet food a day. So we feed him a whole can of wet food, again the kitten size, for breakfast, and then we give him some dry food with it. Now we skip lunch since he is a little bigger, and we just want to do 2 meals a day since we're going to be starting work again. So for dinner, we give him the same thing as breakfast, a whole can of the wet food mixed with some dry. Now we have to go buy his food more frequently than we used to. So he goes through 2 cans of wet food a day, and the cans we buy are Blue Buffalo, so they're like $1.50. So he's going through like $3 worth of food a day instead of just $1.50. So yeah, that's a little more of an expense than I originally thought when we were, you know, first feeding him. And I mean, we could buy a cheaper food, but honestly, even the vet said that Blue is better than a lot of these other ones, like Fancy Feast. I think those are like 50 cents for the mini kitten ones, but I don't know. I just feel like the cheaper they are, the worse products they probably have in them. I don't know. Maybe we'll try it eventually, but that's the only thing is like now that he's eating more, we have to go through more cans of food and then buy it more frequently. Yeah, I mean, he really enjoys the wet food more than the dry, so I don't want to ever like completely remove the wet food from him because I know that he loves it. It's just like crazy to think that we've had him for a little over 2 months and he's just like changed so much already, and I can't wait to see where he goes from here because again, he's only 4 months old. So he has a good 8 more months as a kitten, which is really nice. He probably won't look like a kitten for much longer. Aw, he's so sleepy. I kind of want to compare this picture to the one I took of him as a kitten. He's pretty tired right now. I hope that this cat update was interesting again for any of you that are thinking of getting a kitten, or you already have one but you just got it and you're just like not sure what to expect or how they're gonna grow and develop. I will say the past couple months that we've had Blueberry have been amazing. I wouldn't change it for anything, and I think it's really been nice with the timing because when we got him, we were both working from home, and right now I'm gonna be doing like a hybrid, and so is my boyfriend, so we'll still be with him most of the time, but I think it was perfect timing because we were just able to spend the first couple months with him without really leaving him too much. So yeah, it's been great. Oh my god, he is so cute. You see the way he's lying down? Oh, I love him. So if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. That really helps me out and lets me know that you guys are liking this content. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every week, and until next time, I will see you guys very soon. Bye!
Get me out of here.